that these companies now want to work with content creators. But if you want to be on the approved list of content creators, you got to play the game.
Right? So I would say, please consider becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber. It helps a ton. For anyone, you know, again, you get tons of benefits.
The thing is, I don't have that data because it's so old. Like the most profitable year I ever had at Machinima was my first year. Within signing with Machinima, I signed with them, I want to say it was in January or February 2011. Halfway through the year, they signed me to a more profitable contract, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I couldn't believe it. And then I proceeded, I can tell you, the most money I ever made in 1 month in my life was Machinima that first year. I made over $20,000 in 1 month.
All right? During the entirety of Sonic Superstars, every single time I play this game, if we hit the hat goal of $100 of tips raised, I will put on the throwback classic long-standing Sonic the Hedgehog hat and wear it for that stream. If you become a YouTube Premium subscriber, you will never see ads on YouTube ever. They're gone. What a tremendous aid that you can watch whatever you want endlessly and not a single ad will ever pop up and be intrusive to your viewing experience. Just that alone is an amazing thing. Seriously, that's number one. Number two, you get to pre-download videos that you want to watch when you're not available to be on like a network.
My goodness, god damn, it's been a couple days. I'm going with the withdrawal. I had no salt from DSP. I need that good salt. I need some of that great salt. Alright, let me stop. I'm being extra. Anyways, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vanguard. I'm back here, you know, pretty much just chilling. Been kind of keeping an eye on Phil, and I know I haven't done a video in a couple days because so far he's just been throwing some filler out. However, there's been something that he talked about yesterday that I do want to cover today that caught my attention. Well, instead of me running my gums, let's just get straight to the video, shall we? And here we are once again on my boy Duty Streams. Duty, bring us some of that good salt today.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. I don't know. That's just too confusing. If one day you want to have an open conversation about it, I guess we'll have it, but I'm not going to sit here and argue the difference between crowdfunding free content because you like it and you want to see it to continue versus someone who is literally creating content to sell you something so that they can pay or so they can make money to line their pockets. Do you understand the difference? It's very different.
All right, let me interpret that really quick and out of the pignosis that Phil's trying to bring. Crowdfunding. Phil, you don't really, you are a different type of crowdfunding person. Number one, people don't come out and give money because they enjoy your content. You beg money out of your dents. I already said that in so many videos. Secondly, the content you give has been very piss poor. It's almost as if you're trying to be the chef in this very good restaurant, but you're serving shitty ass hamburgers, you know, nasty seafood and stuff. That's what you're giving, and the only time you give out anything interesting is when you're having, as I like to call it, your Kodak moments, and that's the only time we get the enjoyment out of it, Phil.
It is. It's just very different. Listen, if you want to be advertised to, you can go to TV, or you can go to any of the shows on the internet. I mean, even the things you pay for, like Netflix, Amazon Video, they're all got ads now. All of them. It's all just ads everywhere, right? You can go watch as many advertisements as you like. I would think that it would be refreshing that there's someone who makes content for you that doesn't want you to be advertised to all day. No? No? I would think so, right?
Yeah, again, Phil, you're just pissed off because the fact of it is people with ads make more money. At one point in time, you were getting some of that ad revenue until you fucked that up when you decided to force people to give, you know, click on the ads, click on the ads, click on the ads. There's a lot of videos where you even said that, Phil, so you're just only upset about that. And if you want to blame anybody, blame yourself for that whole situation.
You know, it's a necessary evil to have ads on content. If I could have no ads on anything, no ads on the streams, no ads on my videos, of course I would do that. I don't have enough, you know, viewership to do that. You know, I just don't. I need to have some of that. It is supplemental. You know, if I could turn it off, I would. I don't like ads.
Wait, let's go back to that part again. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Just give me a sec, ladies and gentlemen.
If I could have no ads on anything, no ads on the streams, no ads on my videos, of course I would do that. I don't have enough, you know, viewership to do that. You know?
Now, he said viewership. No, he gets plenty of viewership. The thing is with Phil is he's trying to make it seem like, you know, he's got that a lot of people don't like, a lot of people don't watch his content. No, we do watch your content, but via other people, because the problem with you, Phil, is your streams are so long. You present a lot of filler, so much filler that it draws a lot of people off. And I give credit again to people such as Duty, snorting on them to give us these moments of gold dust. You can actually get ads. The problem is, Phil, YouTube will shut that back down again. And you know the reason when I thought about this a couple days ago, the other reason you have a small amount of ads is you don't want to get in trouble with YouTube once again. But knowing you, somewhere along the line, you're going to get screwed up. You're going to tell folks, you know, check out these ads, and then YouTube's going to shut that shit right back down again.
I need to have some of that. It is supplemental. You know, if I could turn it off, I would. I don't like ads, just like you, you know. But if I can avoid being a shill and pushing crap down your throat that, you know, you don't care about, I will. It's sad, you know. You go to watch something, like, for example, I sometimes try to drop in and watch content creators who previously I used to watch, okay? So, for example, every once in a while, I'll watch the Angry Video Game Nerd, or every once in a while, I'll watch the Nostalgia Critic, just to see how they're doing. I don't watch all of their stuff. I'll just pop in and say, what's the newest episode?
All right, before he continues on with that, I do believe he watched them from time to time, but when Phil's not live streaming, the majority of people that he is watching is detractors, because remember, when he's always talking about there's no drama stuff, whatever, he's talking about detractors. I mean, we know who he's really watching. You know, Phil, you're not fooling nobody but yourself.
The Angry Video Game Nerd had done a really good episode for this Halloween. It was a return to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which was like one of his first, if not his first review ever, you know, a million years ago. So, you know, I go to watch it, and what I notice is immediately there's product placements. Oh, this is brought to you by NordVPN. Oh, this is brought to you by DoorDash. This is brought to you by this meal subscription service. This is brought to you by some cryptocurrency. This is brought to you by blah, blah, blah. And you watch it and you're like, you know that these guys don't use this stuff. This is not like a testimonial. This is not like, oh, you know.
Well, on October 7th, Xbox wrote this, the FPS creed. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and die again. And someone replied back with, if at first you don't succeed, it's because of hacks. He's cheating. I'm lagging. This game is done. My controller broke. My family distracted me. It's my first game. Shall I continue? And the official Xbox account, you're going to see it here, replied back with, okay there, DSP. Like, Microsoft knows about DSP gaming. That is the most amazing thing ever.
Let me translate that one again. Phil is just mad because people such as Nord or DoorDash won't go to him because, number one, they know how toxic he is. He always talks trash of other companies. Remember, he did talk trash to EA, talk trash about Microsoft and all them. And the second reason is Phil doesn't want any responsibilities, you know, bringing attention to these people. Phil is a greedy pig. He wants all the money to himself. Let that sink in. Any person that would try to team up with Phil will literally cut him short, because literally, not cut him short, but literally cut ties with them, because he's just one of the few people that is incredibly hard to work with. Prime example, look at Project 7. Look how John Rambo and the other guy, I forget the name, they talk about how it's such a pain in the ass to work with Phil.
This is good stuff that they stand by, right? And they believe in. This is just, I'm going to take payment to shill a product that I don't care about and never will use, but it's just something that I want to push for money. And it's intrusive to the video. It's incredibly annoying, right? Now listen, these guys have much bigger viewership than me, even to this day. They have way more viewers, way more attention on their content than I do, right? So when they do those ads, they got eyes on them. So they probably...
Yeah, you wanna know why, Phil? Number one, these people that you're talking about, they're not bored. They actually do a lot of interesting things, unique things. That's number one. Number two, they don't beg, okay? they pretty much they don't beg whatsoever. The stuff they bring out, people are genuinely interested in. They love the content. In your case, Phil, again, the content you bring is boring. The only reason why people cover it is just to show you how much of a local you are, and they're not. Number 3, they are not impossible to work with. That's why a lot of companies such as DoorDash, such as Nord, help them out, do stuff. And that's also another lie, Phil. There's a lot of people such as Guga. You know, check that guy out, fantastic content creator. Google, well, he uses Nord VPN, Phil. So I doubt you have Nord. I don't know who, matter of fact, I don't know who's your antivirus software on your PC, and you need to get one, Phil.
Big paycheck just for pumping out that product placement or whatever it is, right? They probably make a pretty penny doing it. So by doing that, they don't have to have pressure on them about how the performance is on a particular video or whatever, because they got paid just for making it, right? But the quality and the feeling of it being genuine is completely left at the door when it's a shilled product placement. I'm sorry, it just is. For me, anyway, that's my personal feeling. It's like when I watch that, I'm like...
Okay, since we were talking about Shill, Mr. Hypocrite, was it a couple weeks ago you talked about how good YouTube Premium is and how you were shilling for that? Did you actually forget about that, Phil? Oh my goodness. Again, this is where you love talking out both sides of your mouth, Phil, and it's just it's so funny to me because it shows you how stupid you are, but secondly, it shows you how much of an asshole you truly are.
I hate this video now. Like, even if the video is good and the content is good and it's funny, the fact that you had to watch this fake product placement. There's enough fake shit on Earth. We don't need to have people who used to be genuine on the internet doing this for passion and for fun to now. I made a video today to push NordVPN. Oh, by the way,
I apologize for stopping it this quickly, but he got me in this one. I was like, wait a minute. Authentic and unique. I mean, pretty much being unique and different. Phil, you was that for the first 3 years. Well, the first 3 years, 4 years on YouTube, and then you decided you wanted to take it super seriously. You went from being different and unique to pretty much being a common locale, Phil. So you got no room to talk of that. You need to look in the mirror and straighten your own ass out.
In that video you might enjoy, but please get NordVPN, you know? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just my feeling, and that's my opinion, and that's my philosophy, and it works.
Here's my opinion, Phil. Number 1, you're an asshole. That's my opinion. Number 2, here's something I do when I see that part. When they go over NordVPN, DoorDash, I just skip over that part because I don't care. It doesn't bug me. I watch it for their content, Phil. You ever thought about doing that? Just skip over? Because right now, the fact that you're talking about this really shows you how butthurt you truly are, Phil. And the sad part about it is, this year alone, you had quite a good number of opportunities to, you know, really change your ways. From worker Keemstar, Craig even offered to play Street Fighter 6 with you, stuff like that. You had opportunities, and each and every time you did a great job of coming with a sorry excuse and pissing those opportunities away.
It has worked, and it continues to work, okay? So, you know, if you disagree with that and you think, oh, that's just part of the business, they're making the bag or taking the bag or whatever, that's your prerogative to say that or to judge it like that. I see it completely differently. I've been making content for free for 15 years. Why am I now going to start shilling product?
Oh my God. Free. You making content for free. Phil. Maybe the first 5 years you was making content for free. But for the past 10 years, you've been forcing people to pay for your content in tips. So no, you have not given out free content. Guess what? If you don't, I want to say this again. And I saw it, ladies and gentlemen, I sound like a broken record. But Phil, every damn stream, you're begging for money. That does not make the content free. And if you don't get the money, you're threatened to wage quit whatever the content it is. It could be a video game. It could be you react to some content, reacting to somebody else, such as Vanilla Ice, which I'm probably not gonna cover because Phil already has some of the song from Vanilla Ice playing in the background, and I don't want this video getting copyright, so I may not cover that part. But the fact of it is, Phil, that is such a lie. Not only that, you had a Patreon for a while to be able to pay for other stuff. And not only that, I almost forgot about this. When you gave stuff out, Phil, such as those gamer box, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you charged me for money. I'm not certain. I might have to look for the info on that.
Alright, what is up everybody? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013. Alright, the very first item I'm giving away is Deus Ex Human Revolution's Collector's Edition content. So let me show you what exactly that is. Okay, this is Deus Ex Human Revolution Collector's Edition. Comes with this very nifty collector's box on the inside. Comes with a few things. First of all, Collector's Edition packaging. As you open that up, you're going to see the game's gone because I traded it in years ago, but it does have the second bonus disc that probably has the behind-the-scenes content and stuff like that, okay? Yeah, how much would you like to have that autographed by me? Pretty cool, right? And welcome to Week 2 of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway for 2013. I'd be more than willing to sign Deus Ex, however I looked inside of it, and it looks like it's all dark, like everything's black, so it probably makes more sense to have me maybe sign a few business cards and stuff. So, Felix, when I contact you, please respond back and let me know if you want me to include some signed business cards with this. Hello everybody, DSP and Panda Lee here, and welcome to the Week 3 drawing and the Week 2 announcement of the winner for the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013.
And if it is shitty, it's your fault.
It's my fault. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week we will be giving away Dark Freaking Souls. Now keep in mind, I want to clarify, this is not the game. The game I actually traded in several months ago. Because obviously this is a game that will live in infamy when it comes to my playthrough of it. You know, I played it, I made an honest college try to beat the game on my own. I couldn't do it. I was too annoyed by the game. Came back 2 years later and on live stream, you know, cooperatively with other fans and viewers, went through it and did finally beat it. Of course, there's always the whiners who are going to complain about the way that I...
But you have not given out free content, Phil. You have forced your audience to pay for that stuff. Again, in tips, bag, in super chats, gifted memberships, Phil. So you are a goddamn liar on that one.
It doesn't even make sense, right? It doesn't. You now become, when you shill products, okay, you now become beholden to those companies. You understand that, right? Like now, you have to watch what you say and do. You have to be sure that you don't accidentally do something that's considered risque, because now, oh no, you might lose a sponsorship if someone deems something you said irresponsible or, you know, not in line with their own beliefs or whatever. You can't be honest, you can't be genuine, and you can't be yourself. Genuinely.
Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil just gave you another reason why he did not want to do the Low Cal podcast. Because he would have to be holding to what King wants. Certain things he would not have to say. Certain things he wouldn't be able to do. Matter of fact, he wouldn't be able to beg no more. Oh my, Phil, you are literally telling yourself once again. And even with these other companies, if you can't beg, if you can't say what you want, you can't talk shit about that company, you're not going to do it. That's why you don't want this is why you don't want companies helping you out, Phil, because you love to be the victim. Yes, Phil, you love being the victim. And you prefer to be that than being somebody who's a king at the end. You call yourself the king of hate. Nah, you're more likely, you are pretty much a victim. That's all you ever want to be known as, Phil. That is why you go on every stream, begging, asking for money, talk about other people when they've been trying to help your ass out. And it's unbelievable that in 15 years, you're still was it 200k subs when PewDiePie, everybody else is at 1 million subs, memberships, whatever. Mr. Beast, who is the golden child of YouTube, is in his own atmosphere. The fact of it is how well he's doing. Phil, you have so many opportunities over the years to reach those status, and yet you would rather be stuck at this low point. You have other people on the horizon who are about to surpass you. Matter of fact, here's another channel that surpassed you in getting ready to surpass you in subs. If not, if he hasn't, then he sure is about to. Mischief, excuse me, I apologize, I missed saying his name. Mischief. He's already what, 100k, 150k subs. he's about to reach 200K subs, and I say the next 6-8 months. But look how well he's doing, and he's only what, 17 now, 17, 18, doing it successfully well, while you're still this 41-year-old person still stuck at this same level. Thank you, Phil. Just thank you again for exposing the kind of silly, sad, pathetic pig you are.
Do this stuff all the time. Usually are characters, and what I mean by that is they play a role or a character, because that way they can always say what they said and did was the character, not them, right? You can't be honest and real doing that kind of content, because God forbid you say something that's not in line with the company, and now the company's pissed at you, right? And, oh, they dropped me, and now I lost money and stuff like that. Bullshit. When you're making content, the #1 concern should be that that content is genuine, fun, real, entertaining, and has value for everyone involved. For you, the creator, for the person watching, for everyone there. Not, oh, I made the content to be in line.
Now, notice his body language here, ladies and gentlemen. Genuine, different, unique, all this stuff. He's trying to say, look what I'm doing all that. If you mean by being a pig, then yes. But you mean as a content creator, Phil? No, absolutely not. And the fact of it is, you're talking trash on these people that have proven beyond of why they're so successful is appalling. It's so appalling. And the fact of it is, by the time you turn 51, you will still be here, still stuck at level 1. While the rest of them probably gonna move on to the end game and end up being pseudo legends, while you be this myth still stuck at level 1, the tutorial level, at 51 years of age, Phil. And by that time, you're going to be super great. You might even reach, let's say, I don't know, 230, 240 pounds at that point, losing your hair, going bald. Matter of fact, you are actually like the sloppy version of Paul Heyman mixed with Big Show, except for being very unsuccessful.
Who wanted me to act a certain way because I have a promotion for their product in said video, so God forbid that I accidentally act in a way that they don't agree with. Oh, by the way, as long as all of that's in line, that's fine. Oh, by the way, also then I do my content in that video. No. Sorry. I'm not doing that. It's not. If I would rather quit. I would rather quit making content entirely than sell out like that and become a fucking shill.
Phil. You are a shill. Again, you said YouTube Premium a couple weeks ago. So guess what? Quit making content, Phil. Just, follow on your own word. Do what you're saying, Phil. And guess what? You be doing everyone a favor, because finally, like, yes, this train wreck has finally come to a conclusion. The series finale has finally happened. Oh my goodness, Phil, please do that. It will be such a pleasure. It will be so good, because then we can finally move on to other locales, such as, let's just say if you do quit, maybe I might cover wings. There's a couple other locales I'm paying attention to on Twitter, even though I don't have one yet, ladies and gentlemen. But I will be creating a Twitter very soon.
The character who has to watch what he does. Oh, watch what I say and do. I can't be genuine with my audience, right? Because I have this sponsorship that I'm dealing with, right? It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it, So that's the deal. And that's the thing, with the hate element out there that I have, that if I were to get sponsorships, which I get offered all the time, no exaggeration, indie games are always looking for someone to play them, and they'll pay you for it. They feel that even getting a few hundred to a few thousand people watching their unknown game.
I actually gonna play a couple of clips where Phil have called out a couple of companies.
So I get in the chat, and I explain all of this to the Amazon rep. The Amazon rep, whose name is definitely an Indian name, so you know that this is someone based in an Indian call center, all right, says that they want to help me, but the only thing they can do, listen to this, I can credit you $10 because your order's late, and you can wait till Sunday, and if the medicine's not there by Sunday, I will refund your order. I said, how does this solve the problem? I need medicine now. I don't care about the money. I need the medicine. So I want you to stop with your half-assed solutions and give me medicine, okay? Like I said the other day, we had a delivery that was coming to the house. It was actually some pet supplies, and it was supposed to be delivered to the door. It always is. This time around, Amazon
who we ordered from, gave it to USPS instead of just delivering it themselves with their own delivery service. And when USPS delivers stuff, they're the laziest people on the planet. They literally will do whatever they can to not come to your house. So we have mailboxes. Nintendo is a bunch of fucking assholes. So fuck you, Nintendo. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You need to grow the fuck up and understand that your entire fucking fan base, you just screwed them, and they literally are just gonna fucking do this. Who's gonna buy a Nintendo game now when you basically said we own our customers?
And as you can clearly see, Phil, when he talks about how he's always getting offers, I don't believe that's true. I don't believe it's true because, again, he's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt of how extremely difficult it is to work with this man. I guarantee you, if a sponsorship were to pick him up and they tell him, we expect you to do this, he will not follow through. He won't. Because he wants to do it at his leisure, at his time, when he feels like, and when something not going too well, guess what he's going to do? He's going to talk trash about him. And that's so sad.
Is worth it, and they'll pay you decent money for it. They'll offer you hundreds of dollars. They'll say, hey, if someone downloads the game, you'll get a referral bonus and stuff like that, right? All the time those are offered, right? So I do get these offers, and also products too. I get, and of course it's not products anyone's ever heard of, but I definitely get offered this product to put this product placement and stuff like that, right? But again, what would happen is I would get those sponsorships, right? And I would probably have them for a bit. And then what would happen is, as you know, trolls would then go and probably do the same hate campaigns that they did over 2 years ago against me.
Before I let him continue that part, again, ladies and gentlemen, he listen to what Phil will be saying when he talks about trolls and hates. He claimed he doesn't watch detractor content, but then he brings up once again. This shows you that he does watch us detractors in his leisure, excuse me. Again, such as Duty, Snort. Well, he definitely watched Snort because he knows about Snort Horton. But I also believe he watches Chill Murray, Inviga, King Sly, and we definitely know he watches Rich streams. Because why else is he constantly still talking about us? And mind you, this is the dude that don't want the drama, and yet he constantly still brings up the drama.
Out of the Twitch partner program for literally doing nothing. I didn't do anything on my stream to get me kicked out. They just deemed that things I had done in the past weren't worthy of being in the partner program, despite the fact I'd been in the partner program for how
many. Let's show the clips to the reason why he got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. Here we go.
When stationary, negative 75% damage. That's really bad. Be entertaining. You watch them on Twitch. You don't watch them on YouTube anymore, right? YouTube is more about drama and bullshit. I want to watch a drama vlog. Then you go on YouTube.
Warning, we're about to get a certain word.
I want to watch some
Mind you, this was on Twitch, mister. I never said any slurs on Twitch. But wait a minute, here's another one. It's not really a slur, but more of him being racist, but here we go.
I say, Chinky Chang Chunky Chang.
As you can clearly see the things he said here, I'm not going to repeat because it's disgusting. And again, I don't want this video getting in trouble because I just said I didn't say this. YouTube, I didn't say it. This pig did. If you want to punish anybody, punish him for that.
Years, they suddenly changed their opinion overnight with no evidence of any wrongdoing and not saying I did anything wrong. You're just out of the partner program, right? They kicked me out of Teespring. Teespring invited me to their business in 2017. They designed my original clothing line for me. I didn't even do it. They designed it and put the products up for me. They knew who I was. They were okay with all the stuff that I had done in the past. And then 3-4 years later, oh, we just decided overnight that we don't want you on the site anymore. We're closing your shop and you're gone. It's like, huh? But that's how these companies are.
Actually, Teespring had to kick him out because of the crap. Again, the crap he was doing. There was too much evidence pointing at how that he was being, what's sort of looking for, pretty vulgar, you know, and that's just who he is as a person.
So, why on earth, right, would I go out of my way, change my content in a way that I don't want it to change, that I would become a paid shill, and I'd have to be so careful, about what I say and do in my content that I don't upset someone to be dropped from a sponsor, just so that my trolls would go ahead and hate watch all my content, nitpick things I say and do, create these unfair montages that aren't representative of who I am as a person.
Let me translate that one. Montage, huh? Are you talking about memeology? Are you really talking about memeology? What's Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Phil is proven that he watches detractor content. He's talking about me. He's talking about memeology. Matter of fact, he must be talking about oh my goodness, I forget the name. Snorpinel. You were talking about even Snorpinel, Phil. You are talking about the oh yes. Duty. If you don't watch this video, I'm gonna let you know when we're talking. You're the man. You're the man. You still the man. I thank you for this moment of gold dust. This is so good.
Things from 10 plus years ago that I don't do anymore and act like that's who I am today to try to get me kicked out of those sponsorships. You would be opening the biggest can of worms, right? Doing something like it's just not worth it. Not only would I have to change everything that I do for these promos, these products, all this stuff, but then there's this potential for so much harassment and things. It's just, I'm better off being completely independent. I really am. Someone like me in the situation I'm in with the amount of harassment I get, that's the best option, is to stay indie and just to be my own man and to do my own thing and to keep that crap out of my content, be true to my audience, and then my audience will reciprocate and support the content, right?
I apologize for pausing here, right? This is very disgusting. But anyways, let that all sink in. It's not that he doesn't want the content, he doesn't believe in it. He doesn't want the responsibilities. He wants to do things on his time. I said it before. In his leisure, when he feels like it. And the content he brings is not that interesting. It's not good. It's just these little moments of gold dust, or as I like to call it, when he has these Kodak moments, we clip it, we talk about it, we share it across on YouTube for people to see, to people to get a laugh out of. And for those, hey, guess what? They want to comment over, they can comment over, they can react to it, Phil. This is how YouTube is. Guess what? Get with the program, learn it, love it, hate it. I don't give a damn. Go suck a horse's cock.
Honest here, I feel like if I were to change, like if I were forced into a situation where I have to take these offers, right? And I start taking them, I guarantee you there would be people who would turn on me and be like, so you were always against that, but now you're doing it. I'm like, well, it's a necessary evil, right? Well, forget it, right? And they're not going to watch, and they're not going to support, because that's what I mean. Like, they've been around for a while. They see what I stand for. And honestly, I'm one of the people that have been a holdout. You know what I mean? Like, again, all my contemporaries on YouTube, if you have...
Also, once again, Phil, it's so sad that you're reading over your chat. You get ready to ban somebody that's probably either cracking a joke or critiquing you, and you don't like it, so you get ready to throw them out. Very pathetic, man.
Seen it. They've all started doing this. This is just a common thing, because remember, years ago, people said stuff to me like, don't ever do that stuff. It's terrible. Now everyone does it, and it's like it's commonly accepted. It's just common that you go on a YouTuber's channel or on a stream, and there's all these product placements and offers and promotions and referral codes and all that. It's just a common practice now, right? Didn't used to be. Really, it was the opposite. It was the rare thing when someone would do that. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, well, everyone just does it.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Phil wants to go back to the time, was it 2008, 2009, where YouTube was still essentially sort of the Wild West. You can kind of talk about whatever you want, talk about whatever you feel like, not get into trouble. He wants to go back that timeline, even though, yes, YouTube at the time was, pretty good. Nowadays, Phil doesn't realize you had to evolve, you had to change. If not, you're going to die out. And I don't mean him dying physically. I don't mean that in YouTube. But what I mean is his channel dying out. So far, his channel has been on a very slow decline. Maybe 1 month he gets a couple extra subs, maybe 1 or 2 genuine memberships. But majority of the other times he's going, he's going south of the border.
This is how people make their money. They take the bag and they run with it. So that's fine. It's accepted. Well, what happened? So I didn't change. I'm the holdout. They all changed, but that's okay because it's them. But if I had done it, again, because I'm held to an unfair standard being a lol cow on the internet, so if I changed...
2 things. You are a lol cow because you take things far too serious, Phil. Again, thanks to Rich and Duty, that's how I found out about you, okay? Secondly, you're a dinosaur, okay? You even admit that yourself. Like, you would rather stay in the past than evolve. You're trying to be the last holdout. Phil, And I apologize for sounding like a broken record, but you are still on a decline. You're not doing anything to improve your content, improve your channel. You got the same stupid lighting. The background is horrible. Change that up. Get an actual PC. Matter of fact, get a different monitor. Change stuff up, Phil. Invest more into the content you make, and you can do better. But again, you don't want to listen to nobody. You'll rather, again, take that money and give it to Vince McMahon, along with the McMahon family, as well as, well, I'll leave Triple H alone. He's got to do that, and pump it all into WWE champions.
To do the same thing everyone else did, I'm the hypocrite. I'm the one who's, it's not fair. You know, how dare you? And everyone turn on me. And then you would see all the, I guarantee you'd see all these video montages. DSP, the complete hypocrite. Here's the history of how all the years he said he didn't want to do it, and now he's doing it, right? So right now people say, so you talk too much about crowdfunding.
Hey Phil, here's some free advice. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And if it happens, which I will believe, I hope you're happy with it.
Don't do it as much. Well, if I don't do it as much, then I don't make a living. Okay. Well, then don't do the crowdfunding. Instead, do the advertisements, the product placements, the shilling. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll add it. Oh, DSP, the hypocrite. Now he's shilling after all these years he said he wouldn't. Do you understand? So I'm just gonna be true to myself in reality. And this is the ultimate truth of the situation: is that in life, okay, there's only one person who is the authority on you, and there is only one person who you actually have to answer to. And that's you and yourself. That's it. Right? Who gives a shit what anyone else outside says? There's so much white noise out.
Yep, that is true. You should answer to you and you only. But, Phil, that's all you believe. But you answer me and don't want to hold yourself to a higher standard, being responsible. And you know who I blame? Your dad. I'm with duty. Your dad should have whooped your ass plenty of times you was a kid to teach you about being responsible, held yourself to a certain standard. The fact of it is, you think you're this Mr. High and Mighty where you're not even close to that. You're not on Keemstar's level. You're not on Rich's level. You're not even on Fratanga Play's level. As a matter of fact, you know what else level you're not on? You're not even on Duty Streams' level. And Duty is a much smaller content creator compared to you. And yet Duty does things so far much better. You know where you're at, Phil. You know where you're at. You're on the same level. Actually, you're a level lower than LTG. That's where you're at, Phil. You're pretty much what I like to call, well, if you have, let's say, you know, top of the food chain, you're somewhere near the bottom part of the food chain, or should say, not the common part, or maybe close to the well, you're pretty much common, close to the undesirables. That's where you're at, Phil, and you choose to be there. And you have nobody to blame but yourself.
In life, in the world, people saying and doing, whispering behind your back and publicly saying nasty things. Who cares what people say? Just be true to you. As long as you feel like what you're doing is the right thing to do, and you feel like you're doing something positive, right? And, you know, then that's fine. And, you know, that's how you go through life. And that's my philosophy is, my goal is to every day come here and make positive content for all of you. Make a living without hurting people, right? That's really the goal. I want to make a living without having to hurt others. I don't...
Make a living without hurting... Just watch this.
Now, in addition to all of that, okay? In addition to all of that, you know what, 672? Enjoy your fucking time out. You know, I've had enough of your fucking lip. I really have. He literally just in the chat, oh, it's too much work for you. Go fuck yourself. Here's what's too much work for you. Shutting your fucking lips. Because I've had enough. You've been like a sarcastic dick here, on and off. I've had enough of your shit. So sit out for 10 fucking minutes and come back and apologize publicly to me for being a dick. Thanks.
Right, Phil, not hurting others. You done a pretty good job of hurting others recently, especially with 672. That was really messed up, buddy. Really messed up. Yeah, you're definitely a hypocrite and a damn liar. Matter of fact, a habitual liar.
Want to get ahead by stomping on people below me and pushing forward. I just want to be with all of you, having a good time, enjoying games, chilling, having fun. That's what it's all about. You see? I could have done that years and years ago. I could have been one of these slam YouTubers, drama content creators. There was epic amounts of opportunity to do that. And I totally opted out of that. I said, nah, I'm just going to be true to myself. I'm going to play the games. I'm going to have fun. We're going to do this, right? That's what I've always wanted. And maybe it's because of the way I was raised. As I'm getting older now, I'm starting to realize that even though I'm not a religious guy by any means, that having that upbringing, having this moral compass, right? I find myself going back to it more and more now that I'm older.
There's so much to unpack here. Let me go back. Just not the video, but let's go back. Oh my God. I don't want to pause it too much, but the fact of it is, he doesn't want to stomp down people where he has stomped down on people. You try to stomp down on Rich. You literally try to stomp down on Snort, who was trying to talk about, hey, we getting hit. When you guys doing it, and he sent the emails, and you stomped down on that. And then you talk about your upbringing. You were a spoiled little brat. You was a only child. You literally bitch and not giving that Wolverine's figure. Okay, now that here's another thing you did, which was really, really, really messed up. Your own mother was willing to pay for your honeymoon, and you gave her the pig noses and begged her to pay for your taxes, where you screwed up, Phil. Oh my God. No, I'm gonna let him continue because I don't want to rage right now. I want him to continue to give us. So I want this video of me just laughing, not losing it. But right now at this point, it's going for me laughing to where now he's starting to irk me.
Rebellious. Oh, rage against everything. Do whatever you want. But as I get older, I find myself going back to those tenets, those core tenets, those beliefs of, you know, do unto others, right? As you would have them do unto you. You know, don't just hurt others. Don't, you know, true success is not success by any means. It's success where you can be successful, but you don't have to hurt others to be successful, right? That's the kind of stuff that I abide by. And so, you know, I follow all this stuff, and a lot of people give me shit for it. Well, why do you have these principles? Don't you understand they're hurting you or whatever? Well, you may say that, but here I am 15 years in, and I'm still here, right? And my content isn't full of shilling ads and crap, and I'm still able to get by. And yeah, there's some...
I'm not gonna go back because I already covered a part of how much of a hypocrite and an evil he is an evil person, evil pig. But the fact of it is, he's going back to his core roots. No, you're not, Phil. No, you're not. Oh my God. And it amazes me how you still are here after 15 years. You're right. That amazes me too, that so far YouTube hasn't fully kicked you out, shut you down completely. Again, I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that might have some sympathy for you, Phil. But again, the sympathy is really running dry because the more people are turning on you because you constantly turn on them, Phil. You turn on them quicker than a Cowboys fan literally, cheering for another team. That's how quickly you turn, Phil.
Some days that are slower days, and I mention it, and there's some days that are great days, and then I don't mention it at all, right? So what's the big deal? As long as we're all having a good time and enjoying the stuff I put out, then why does anyone give a crap, and why is anyone criticizing, right?
Phil, if you don't have somebody to criticize your content, how are you not be able to get better? How? Think about it. How do you think PewDiePie became better, other than that situation happened back at the apocalypse and people gave him some good constructive criticism and he gotten better? Mudar has received constructive criticism and he gotten better. Matter of fact, I don't watch these people no more, but there's a kind of called the Hodge twins. They received constructive criticism years ago, and look at where they're at. Even though I don't watch no more for other reasons, but they're successful for a very good reason, Phil. Because people are trying to help them out. Again, people that try to help you out, Phil, you think they're attacking you and you ban them. I'm not even going to bother repeating that because there's just so much evidence proving that.
They want a reaction. They think that sitting there and misrepresenting and being gross and being toxic is going to get a reaction. It's not. I don't care. I will be here. I will be here on streaming every day that I choose to, until I choose to no longer stream. I will make videos for YouTube every day that I choose to, until I choose to no longer make videos for YouTube. Do you understand? I'm not going anywhere. I've been here for 15 years, and I will continue to be here for as long as I so choose. And then the day that I choose...
Yes, that is true. He'll continue to do this on YouTube because it's his only source of revenue. But there's a lot of buts in there. But number one, allegedly, I'm going to constantly bring this up until you address this, Phil. The divorce saga, which is becoming, that's going to force you to really slow down that, because you're going to have that's going to cost you a lot. Number two, when YouTube finally gets around, take a look at what you do and realize you're a problem and they kick you out of the partner program, then that's when you'll stop. Number 3, when your equipment starts failing and breaking, I'm talking about your PC, anything else, then there's a good chance you won't do YouTube more. Then you'll have to get a full-time job, Phil. So there you go. But in actuality, I can't, again, either or. If you're on YouTube still, I'll still make videos of you. If not, I'll move on to somebody else, making fun of them, Phil, breaking the salt.
Choose to retire, I will retire. Nothing anyone says, does, or anything is going to change that. They can't. They've tried, they failed, nothing's going to change it. Okay?
Challenge accepted, Phil. I'll be more than willing to try to force you to retire.
So, there you have it. That's my philosophy. So when you ask me all these questions about this stuff, there you are. And the funny part is then you get a troll, like for example, this person did a super chat and says, I'd rather watch an ad than be asked to donate. You just donated. You just donated. I didn't ask you to, you just did. So you just...
Oh, God. Phil, you can't even be true to your word. Look what you just did here. Look how you call this person a troll. Put them on Front Street. You could have easily said, read that super chat and say, I disagree, whatever, and kept it moving, Phil. No, you want to call him a troll. Put him on Front Street. Again, Phil, you just proved what kind of person you are. You made this way too easy. If I don't even have to comment, if I just do these little clips just like memeologists do, this video will still do too well. It was still will, but I like making commentary over this, just to give my 2 cents.
Did the biggest hypocritical thing you possibly could have done, right? You're full of crap. And that's the truth. No, most people would rather willingly contribute to something they like than be forced to do something they don't want to do. That's the truth. It's an active choice to be generous because you like something you were already given for free versus being forced to do something against your will with absolutely no option to not do that. It's a big difference. SD Chargers did a super chat, said Fallout 3 and 4 for the next long-form RPG Melee build. Excuse me. Huh? Someone tipped $1, says, the difference with having sponsors, the viewer gets content and the product if they choose to pay for it.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much, Phil. And everybody look at his face. Look at it. Look how he's trying to come up with some stupid ass reason how that's dumb. Look at him. Just See, Phil? Do you see? These are the reasons why, again, companies don't want to, help work with you, do sponsorships because of what you're about to say here.
What? I don't even understand what you're saying. No. Most people, the vast majority of people who watch someone's content with a sponsorship do not buy the product. They're forced to watch the ad for it, but they don't buy the product. It's a very, very small percentile of people who would actually partake in the product that's being advertised or shilled to them. So I don't even...
Phil, percentage, not whatever you said there. Percentage of people that watch that, Phil. Good God. I'm so glad you're not an English major because you would literally get a big fat F in that department.
I understand what you're saying. I don't. Like what you're saying is, well, for that insanely small, right? Insanely small amount of a group who will actually buy the product, they'll benefit. I guess you're right. But when you're making, again, when you're making a video for public consumption, right? Like right now, this podcast, I'm not just making this podcast for people who want to contribute. I'm making it to everyone. Everyone who wants to watch it. If you like the content and you've decided actively of your own volition that you want to contribute because you like said content, then please do. But I don't understand what you're saying. Like what you're saying is, well, if you purchase the product, then you benefit. Yeah, and how many people do that? 1%?
More than 1%, Phil. The people that do these two parties partnerships are good 30 to 40%. They actually buy the products. It's number one, Phil. Again, number 2, what you just said there is completely garbage. Garbage. Oh my God, Phil. You are a pathetic human. No, a pathetic pig. Let's continue.
0.0005%. You know what I mean? Like, That doesn't even make sense. The difference between you actively choose to support something because you like it, you're not forced to, versus you're...
That's all I was trying to remember, ladies and gentlemen. I almost apologize. I just forgot. When it comes to fill content, if you want to comment stuff and all that, you can't do it. You have to subscribe. It's a 24-hour subscribe. You have to do that. And even if you were to leave a comment, he's gonna review it. If it's something he don't like, he's going to literally erase it. And even once the 24-hour period is up and you go and you say something that Phil doesn't like, you get banned. So no, what he said previously before is garbage.
Forced to watch that ad for a product you don't care about, and there's nothing you can do about it. You must watch it, right? It's completely different. Anyway, Engine and Tonic at TM did a $10. By the way, I guess we're not doing suggestion box because a lot of contributions started coming in, and now we're just constantly shouting them out. So I guess that's that. Engine and Tonic TM did a 10 pound super chat and says the best thing is no matter how you respond to anything, they'll try and spin it to make it sound like they won, i.e., calling you mad or crying. No, of course. Again, you have to understand. They see me. Do you understand lolcow culture? Like, it's pretty disgusting.
Let me stop there before he starts to bring up the hypnosis once again, ladies and gentlemen. This video is already long enough as it is, but it's full of so much in there. It's anybody, the ones who's gonna watch this, I know it's gonna take you a moment to unpack the stuff that Phil say, but oh my goodness. Studi, again, my man, you present some of the greatest stuff. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this video. Keep your eye. I got a couple more in the pipeline coming in the next couple of days, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.